And now this is my better side though. Should I sit there?
Okay. Which is your better side?
This is my better side.
Fine. Doesn't matter.
So hello, this is your girl Shalom. So hello, this is your girl Marie. Go again. Start again.
How are you feeling?
I'm good. How are you feeling? Some black t-shirts and this, but you might be here all over both of us. How you feeling, babe?
Morning guys, welcome back to Miss Marie's channel, and today is episode 7. So today's video we're gonna be answering the question that is most asked that is most asked on the comment section about how we met, and I dragged him here to help me answer that question, to bring more authenticity to it. He'd rather be anywhere else but on the video. But
well, it's breakfast time. We've just packed.
Yeah.
So I'd rather be eating breakfast, but this is fun.
Oh really?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you guys where we met, and he's gonna tell you guys how we met.
Okay. Yeah, go for it. Tell them where you were, what you were doing.
Okay, I'll start by the events leading up to us meeting. So I was in a shitty relationship, and I broke up with the person I was dating at the time. My friend Carol, she'd been in this black and white dating Facebook groups, and she was like, you know, you can try if you want to. I was skeptical about online dating, like most people are. And I was like, oh, I don't think. But since someone broke up with me and I was heartbroken, I was like, it's worth a shot. Let me try. And so I got into the group. I posted something, and it took 3 days to be approved. Actually, it took 3 days, so I had forgotten about it. But then I went back to Facebook. I'm not a Facebook frequenter. I can like take a week off and then come back 2 days, take another week off. So when I came back to check on the post and my notifications, I had 1,000 friend requests. Like I had so many friend requests, and people had commented on my photos. So many people had DM'd me. It was overwhelming actually, but still I wasn't in the headspace to engage with people that much. And mostly, to be honest, they're not genuine people. Most of them are pubs, if I'm brutal. So I wasn't really keen on chatting with people. He didn't message me immediately, but he saw my post.
Yep.
Why?
Certainly did, yeah. Well, yeah, I'd been sort of looking on that page for a while. I'd sort of met some Kenyan people in Adelaide, in Australia, and I'd been single for quite a while, maybe a bit over a year. And yeah, I just sort of went on it, sort of just randomly looking at stuff on Facebook, and sort of found these black and white dating groups, and I sort of joined up with a couple. And I was very much just looking, as I have been with social media for a very long time. I don't really post a lot of stuff, more just go on to consume. Yeah, basically true. That's it. But I seen Marie's post, and yeah, she looked lovely and seemed very nice, and sort of did the usual kind of like have a little click on through and see what her profile looked like, see if it was real, see if it had a few years of actual pictures, and it went back quite a while, so I knew this person actually was a real human being. And but I looked at her and I just thought, oh, she'd be getting a lot of attention. So I just kind of knew it, seeing as that was her first post. And I've seen a few times when people do post first, there's just an absolute, like, just real people on that post will message and say welcome. It's all very nice, actually it's all very positive mostly. Like I would say 99% it's very positive.
Yeah.
Welcome, good luck, and hope you find your king, hope you find your queen, all those kind of statements along in people's posts. And yeah, basically I just seen all the attention she got, and I thought I'll just wait about 3 or 4 weeks. I just gave it about 2. I can't remember the exact time scale, but I just waited a while, and so then I sent a message.
I think it was 2 weeks.
About 2 weeks was it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I sent a message on Facebook, just sort of saying hello and just saying I actually don't really message people, haven't done. So I just want to say, it was quite nice. It was something along those lines. Very, very, very simple message.
Yeah.
And I don't remember if you got back straight away or if it was
No.
about a couple of days, but when she did get back eventually, it wasn't that quick, but then she didn't message back for maybe, I think, 6 weeks or something. It was a very long time, and then I just...
Was it 6 weeks?
It was a while. If you look through, I think it was quite a while.
Yeah.
There was a couple of messages. It was very sporadic. She was very aloof, which was good because I had talked to a few people online, and some people are very, very keen, very eager, which raised a few red flags pretty much when people fall head over heels for you so quickly. And so, but she wasn't really very available, and but when she got back to me, I just replied, and so it was a slow build. It was a slow burn at the start. I think it would have been about 3 months before we actually started engaging properly and messaging like regularly, like every couple of days. And then even at that stage, it was a bit of a slow burn. But yeah, it wasn't much. There wasn't much expectation. It was very just slow burn and organic, and eventually it moved to it was WhatsApp, because you sort of came on and sorry for not being available again, but here's my WhatsApp. And that was kind of how we kicked off.
The reason why I gave you my WhatsApp number is because you didn't seem like a pub. You didn't seem like everyone else. The same goes like both ways. Isn't the guys, they fall in love with you in 2 days?
It's
not in two messages. They're like, oh baby, oh love, oh I miss you. You miss me, you don't even know me. It's so fake.
Obvious that they're not real people, or that they're just there to do something.
So I saw your message, and it was engaging and not really too much. I was like, he seems like a nice guy. So I also clicked on your profile, and you don't post much.
No.
So I was like, there are group photos of you with your friends, so you're a real person. Yeah, so I messaged you and I gave you my WhatsApp number. And when I did, you didn't text me either. I gave you my WhatsApp number, and I waited for a couple of days, babe.
Yeah,
I was like, he won't text me. Okay, whatever.
The track record was pretty sporadic communication. I thought I had at least 3 weeks.
Really? No. You just didn't want to message me immediately, did you?
Just gave it a couple of days, but then you messaged again.
Yeah.
What's going on?
I came back and I was like, I gave him a WhatsApp number, and I was like, he was interested at first. Did I push him away by not being intentional?
Yeah, there's so many pitfalls, isn't it, to online dating? It's just so it so easily go the wrong way quite quickly.
Yeah. He did message me eventually, and he would send super long messages. I was like, that was a good thing, because I was like, he took his time. You took your time to talk to me, to tell me what's going on in your life, and you're moving house, right? Yeah.
At that stage, when we started I just moved house, to a new place.
Yeah, he was moving house, and he took his time to text me long messages, even though it's in between days, but at least I knew that he was interested and invested somehow. At that point, I wasn't really looking for a relationship. I was just looking to talk to someone.
I think we're both in that headspace as well. That's why it worked, because neither of us were very, we weren't very pushy, we weren't very desperate, we weren't very, we were just kind of happy to just have someone new and interested to talk to. And it was interesting to hear about your life and what you were doing. And you were she's very good with videos and stuff, so she's good with, she would send me little videos of us, just of her day. That was nice. And just, things like that. But I'm not really a video person.
Oh, I remember the first time we had our conversation. No, we tried a couple of times when we decided that now we'll be more consistent.
Yeah.
We tried a couple of times to have a phone call, and the timing wasn't great.
Yeah. I think I asked, if I remember I asked, I said, are you, after a little while, I said, are you happy with the level of communication? like the rate of reply and what we're doing, and you blankly said no, you weren't happy
I
with
wasn't,
it.
no.
I was like,
It
so I was
was
taken
in
aback by
between
it.
days.
Yeah, I was taken aback. I was like, oh, I thought you were happy enough with it, but then you were like, no, I'd like more. So we decided to try some phone calls, and that's kind of, I suppose, the details then will start to merge into month-long, months and months of slightly more regular, and then and then eventually phone calls, and then the bond starts to build at that point. And then because of time difference, I would come home from work, and we would just be getting ready to go to college, and so we had some pretty long phone calls mixed in with switching from video call to then, okay, Marie has to actually leave the house and grab a matatu to school, and then we'd switch to phone calls. Yeah.
But there was a challenge when we started talking on phone. We started by phone calls actually. No, we started by messaging on WhatsApp, and then phone calls on WhatsApp, and then video calls gradually. But when we started on phone calls, there was an accent barrier. I used to struggle to listen to hear him. It's even harder on phone, babe.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
It's really hard. I was like, I would sit intently and listen. And I'm like, I only catch 2 or 3 words.
Yeah, because my accent is it's quite a bit of a mess. So I was born and raised in Ireland, and I moved when I was 26 to Australia, and I've been there for about 13 years. And so it's evolved from having international friends as well, from Europe and different places around the world. And the Australian accent's definitely rubbed off on me, and then but it's the speed. I have to learn to slow down because the Irish talk very quickly.
It was so hard. Like, I didn't tell you that I was struggling, but I really was.
Yeah.
And so I would put you on speakerphone.
To try and make it easier.
Yeah, to listen. And then it got easier, so the more I talk to him, the more it's easy. And now I can't miss a word he says.
Most of the time. So if I get excited.
Yeah, when you get excited, it's different.
Yeah.
Speak 1,000 words in a millisecond.
Yeah.
We planned on meeting in May. Now, he asked me to be his girlfriend in when was that?
You got a better memory for this stuff.
I do, yeah. The end of February, towards early March. Don't know the exact date. Could be 3rd March or late February. And I took a week to think about it, and then I said yes. So we started officially dating in March, and then we planned that he would come over in May, take a break from work and come over in May, but it was impossible given that he works. And then we thought I should go over to Australia.
Yeah, well, I just changed jobs. That was the big.
Oh yeah, you just.
I literally just changed jobs,
yeah.
and it just wasn't really appropriate then to go and ask for it. I didn't want to come for 2 weeks, then ask for a prolonged period off.
Yeah.
It just wouldn't have been appropriate. So we just I thought of the idea. Well, why don't you come here after when you're free? We get a holiday visa and come visit for a while, and we can have a longer visit while I'm still working, and and you can check the place out, take your time. But that didn't really work out as well as we wanted.
I was so sad.
Yeah.
They declined my request to go to Australia, and I was so excited. It took months.
Yeah.
And it took an emotional toll on us.
I was very disappointed because it was just a holiday visa, and we were like, I was very disappointed with that because it wasn't like it was a very long stay. It was very we jumped through a lot of hoops and did a lot of extra bits that they don't really ask for, just to say, look, we'll definitely be coming back. She's got school and all this, but it didn't work out, and so that took a bit of getting over as well, because that does knock you back a bit in your confidence. If you get turned down for a visa, you can think, am I ever going to be able to go to that country at all? And it so it did put a bit of a dark spot there. But I decided to come over, and so we're having I'll be having 7 weeks. We're having a 7-week visit, so far so good.
Well, before he came, I mean, there's a whole video about this when I met him at the airport and stuff. But I think this is something that everyone goes through. If you ever met someone that you started dating online, I was so nervous about meeting him, and he was too.
Yeah, me. Yeah, big time. I was very nervous.
Yeah, I kept thinking, what if it's not, what if it's not him that I've been talking to? What if I got catfished? It's possible.
Everyone thinks that you think, oh, who's going to actually turn up? And also, on top of that, you think, well, will they turn up?
Yeah.
You're under no real guarantee that I've actually booked any flights and I'm actually coming. You hear these stories of people, they spend prolonged periods talking to people, and then there's a point where they're supposed to meet, and then something goes radically wrong, and there's all apologies, and I'll rebook it, and they just drag on, and like, as you might, I mean, there is that famous program Catfish, like,
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, so until you actually turn up, you don't really know, so
you're not sure.
Yeah, and it's such a relief. It's quite surreal to physically touch someone after talking to them for like so long, months and months.
I was really nervous.
Yeah.
I had an exam that day, which I surprisingly did very well.
Yeah.
And I was thinking the whole time, I was just so nervous. Like, this could drastically change my life for the better or for the worse. If you didn't turn up, I would have probably had a traumatic experience, and that I would never come out of.
Yeah.
When it comes to online dating.
Yeah.
And then you turned up, and I was so happy. Like, I was shaking the whole time. I didn't know what I was feeling, really.
Yeah, you were actually physically shaking. Yeah, which is.
I'm so glad you turned up, babe.
Me too.
And another thing was the vibe. I just thought, we vibed very well on the phone and on the video chats, and the days leading up to him coming over were just amazing. But I was like, what if he comes over and it's not the same in physical?
Yeah.
Like,
that was the big worry. Yeah.
Yeah. What if we don't vibe? What if the chemistry is off?
Just don't get on. And just like, someone just grates at you. Like, what if it's that bad?
Yeah. And it was kind of weird at first, getting used to you, like, turning over and he has like super blue eyes. I'm not used to that, of course. And I would look at you and like kept thinking, so you're real, like, you're actually here.
Yeah.
It took time getting used to him being around, but
took a few days. Yeah. Took a few days to get used to the reality. I'm actually here. You're real.
Yeah.
All that. So it's yeah.
And it is. We've had stories of people who dated online and like interracial couples going extremely wrong, and we just feel lucky that ours didn't head that way.
Yeah.
And also the attention we get as a black and white couple is what's the word?
It's quite intense.
Yes.
It's quite intense. Where Maria lives, we walk down through the town to maybe do some shopping or get some food or whatever, just general stuff. And for me, definitely, like, I don't know what it's like for you when you walk down the street, but you might catch somebody's eye. You might, but when I look, anywhere I scan, there's multiple heads all pointing in this direction, locked on and tracing us, and it's like, yeah, and of course there's a lot of people being, vocal as well, a lot of guys saying things and stuff, and mostly in jest, I think, mostly all very good natured, but then I don't understand any of it's being translated.
But I do.
Yeah, and but then I walk down on my own, it's not the same. So together we get a lot of attention.
Well, you would still get attention because, I live in Ruiru, guys. If you're in Nairobi, you know that Ruiru is not a white people place.
Yeah.
So he's very conspicuous. he can't. Everyone has to notice him when he's walking alone. So. Yeah.
But it is different. Even saying that, is different on my own. When I walk down, it's not the same. People do look, but it's not the same. Yeah.
Well, that's how we met. That's how we've been for the past 1 year. It's been a year. Oh, we didn't say the timeline. So we started talking in November last year, and we got serious.
Yeah, it was the first semester in November, and then over the next few months, and I think it would have been about March, was it, when we actually
Got
got serious and said
yes. And now we're together, and it's December.
Yeah.
So it's been over a period of time. You need to know that if you're looking for something like this, it has to take time. It doesn't come overnight. And if it does come overnight, that's a red flag.
Yeah.
Right?
I think so.
Well,
Everyone's different, but I think
I mean, like a normal relationship, you have to take time to build it. You have to take time to know someone. And it's patience.
Yeah. And the online stuff wasn't always perfect either. We've got very real. We had chats and it wasn't all just
Nice.
fun times. Sometimes we sort of like didn't see eye to eye, even because it's a lot of time spent talking to each other. There's a lot of conversations, a lot of subjects get brought up, and there's some real conversations. So it's actually, which is good in a relationship. There should be some kind of ability to like eventually have conflict and have good conflict resolution. So we kind of worked on it. I like that because it meant that we didn't have the physical side of a relationship just to patch things up, and not we had to we had to deal with stuff intellectually and emotionally and actually work through it, which is something that it was quite a big learning curve for both of us on how to communicate with each other and how to communicate better in general. For me, definitely. So that was
Me too.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Well, he's saying that it wasn't easy. We had a properly normal relationship where people argue, that there's conflict and there's conflict resolution. But what was missing in ours is this physical touch. Where I could be mad at him, and then he comes and touch me and it solves everything. No, we didn't have that. We had to talk our way through everything and make sure that the other partner understands. Like, our communication game had to be top notch for this to work out.
Yeah.
That's something you also have to have in mind, that it's not going to be easy, given that we have very different we're like very different. Brought up in a different society from his, a different country, a different continent. We were just like very different, so we had to up our communication game, because certain things that make sense to me will definitely not make sense to him, and vice versa. Right? Yeah.
100%. So I hope you enjoyed listening to us, and
thanks for being here, babe.
we go get some breakfast now.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Alright.
You're the best. Thanks for staying, and keep subscribing, sharing, liking, commenting. I'll see you in my next one. Peace. Bye.